Scott, you be bumping anyone tomorrow?
No, I won't. I'll just tackle and never know, you might run into someone at some stage.
Are you confused as a player?
Well, I suppose, like watching, was it Friday night when the Lindsay Thomas? I sort of thought that like he'd been in a bit of trouble with that one.
Yep.
And I was actually watching the Burton one as well at home, and I was just sort of thought it looked like both could, like I've never seen Sean Higgins in that situation. He's got such great awareness, and it's almost like Burton sort of thought the same thing. And yeah, cool. Then you see the other North guy as well get knocked out trying to tackle. So yeah, it's I suppose the match review officer Chris Lowe had a busy week, but the easiest thing for us to do is just tackle.
Did rule changes, I mean, you've been in the game for 12, 13 years now. Have rule changes and interpretations ever altered the way that you've tackled or bumped or played?
Oh, not really, no, not for me. Credit to the AFL though, they do come out every year and it's a pretty extensive meeting you have around the rules and how they're going to adjudicate it, officiate it, and they've got a really tough job. So our message tomorrow for our game, we want to put Essendon under a lot of pressure, and in saying with that, if you bump a guy and you miss and you don't get them and they get out of it, I think Bucks will get you on the bench pretty quickly on the phone and be giving it to you. So yeah, I've always tried to tackle. I can't really hurt anyone anyway.
Do Walshy and Bucks give you any guidelines as players? Do you sort of sit down at the start of the year and think, this is how the rules are going to be?
You look at all the new rules that are coming into the game and ways you can manipulate them to work in your team's favour. But I think that the bump tackle issue, we're a tackle side. Every side's a tackle pressure side, and the Burton Higgins one was unfortunate. Literally just sort of run into each other without being too aware of what was going to happen. And I think everyone was sort of hoping that Higo was going to be all right, and by the sounds of it, he's coming through okay.
Now, for fans tomorrow, both sides coming off a win and good wins, both strong. This must add the pressure to such a big game like the Anzac Day afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's great that both sides are coming off a win, and both supporter bases will be flocking to the G tomorrow. So it's been a long break for both sides, but I think we'll be itching to get out there and play in such a big occasion like we are every year.
Anzac Day number 12, I reckon it is for you. How has it changed? How do you sort of look back on your first couple of experiences to what it is now?
Yeah, it's the first one. I just remember being so nervous, like out there, and 100,000 people. Just couldn't really gather myself at all for that whole game. And each year you sort of get a little bit more and more composed, and you still get the butterflies in the stomach, with the ceremony that happens before the game. And
so they'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, they're there, and we're so fortunate to be a part of that game. And we've got a few first timers tomorrow that will go through all those experiences, which are fantastic for them.
Will you talk to those younger players about what it's like to be out there standing in silence before 100,000 people?
I'll probably push him towards Steele because he had a better first Anzac Day than I did. As I said, I was really nervous, so Steele was really composed. So my message to them is to stay composed and enjoy the occasion, but it's not how I handled it. I was a bit of a mess. So it is. It's such an exciting occasion that you do need to be composed, but it is pretty hard. We've got guys, Steve-O's 18-year-old kid going to play in front of 100,000 tomorrow, so he's excited by it.
Steele's obviously had a great start to the season, and he's sort of been running off players most weeks as well. Do you expect him to do that on Zach Merritt tomorrow?
You're expecting to do that, obviously. I'm not sure what Steele's going to do. We haven't had too much of a look at Essendon or anything like that, so we'll find out more tomorrow.
Do you think that sort of attention is going to come back his way as well? Like he's obviously has
he's a fair player, isn't he? So I think at some stage opposition will put time into our players, but at the end of the day on match day it's 18v18, so it's not like Steele's been running around by himself. And some of the roles he's done this year for us have been first class. So we just want him to have a strong game again tomorrow, play his role, and see how we go.
The game tonight has built a little bit of momentum over the last few years. Do you feel a little bit territorial over it, that you guys just want to be the only?
No, I like it because it sort of puts you in footy mode tonight. Usually, the round's finished and you have a few days off, and it's your game on the Wednesday. And for me, there's nothing better than sitting at home tonight watching this game of footy and then knowing that you play tomorrow. So it'll be a cracking game tonight, won't it? So looking forward to it.
You spent some time on Patrick Cripps a few weeks ago. Do you think you'll spend any time on Zach Merritt? Just try and double up.
Yeah, no. Well, if Zach plays in the midfield tomorrow, which clearly we anticipate he will, that myself, Sidey will cross over with him at times. But Dyson Heppel's had a really good start to the year, and he's really influential with how they go about things. So there'll be cross matchups going on everywhere. So it really just does come down to how the two teams go, and hopefully we can impose our brand of footy on Essendon.
How did your club handle the long break?
We had a few days off, after that Adelaide win, just to try and freshen up, and it's just we've tried to turn it as much as we can into a normal prep leading into Essendon. So same for those guys, feeling a little bit fresher, and just looking forward to tomorrow.
Trust has been a bit of a theme over the last couple of weeks, and Melbourne have talked a lot about the fact that they admit they're not really a trustworthy team at the moment. As captain, and given how long you've been here, do you feel like the last few weeks, more than ever, you're walking out onto the ground trusting the other 21 blokes that you're with? Because it feels like you're getting a lot of consistency. Even the first couple of weeks, you're good against Hawthorn, good against the Giants.
Yeah, I think you've probably been touch generous against Hawthorn. We're okay against Hawthorn, not good, but I think we're starting to build the brand of footy we want to play, and we go back to the Bulldogs in that last practice game. I think we played some really good footy in that one, and then we're just slowly building, I think, and all the great sides, Hawthorn, Geelong, it's all built on trust. It's built on being a cohesive unit, and I think that's what we're aspiring to do, and we're trying to get better and better every week. And the challenge for every side is to get better every week. And we played so well against Adelaide, but it doesn't count for much come tomorrow. So we just want to hopefully pick up from where we left off, but we know that it's going to be intense, it's going to be hot to start, and we want to make sure we jump out of the gates ready to go.
You were so clean against the Crows, sort of as you mentioned, particularly around the contest. Is that like a challenge, given that it's such a big game and an atmosphere to really settle early?
Yeah, it is. It is hot. It is like a final early. So whether that's being clean and with handballs, or whether it's just taking territory early, that's decisions that players have to make. We can go in with the best laid plans, but as players we've got to feel our way through the occasion. There's no point taking territory if there's guys on that we can get some clean exits. So and then Essendon are a great pressure side around the footy, so we've got to be prepared for that, and make sure we put the pressure back on them too.
I think it was Martin before you've got some key injuries. Do you think selection integrity is also driving this better brand of football at the moment? There's a lot of guys pressing to get inside.
It's pretty hard to change the side with the performances we've played the last couple of weeks, and even the VFL though on Saturday against Essendon, they played a brilliant brand of footy that internally we were extremely happy with, and there is guys pressing up ready to go, but if we keep dishing up what we're dishing up at AFL level, it does make it hard, and then as you said, that builds pressure for spots, and competition is always healthy.